Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. I just got back from beautiful Oneco, Florida. A lady had messaged me and was looking at the Murray I had with the bag, and it also had the side chute flap. So I said, do you have any dead mowers to trade? At first she said she offered 125. I had it listed for 170 with the bag. And when she offered the 125, I piped in, do you have anything to trade? So then I was thinking I would work with the trade value. So she sent me a picture of these two from the behind. All I saw was this Honda, didn't know what it was. Couldn't tell if it was a Honda. And then this Power Crap 170cc. This one was in high grass and I couldn't see that it didn't have wheels. So I get there, knock on the door. Her husband came out. Must have been 6'5", linebacker build. He just hands me the money, 130 cash. I had seen these near the side of the house. He had drug them out. So I didn't even start mine. He goes over this one and deadlifts it, the Honda. I thought, well, why doesn't it roll? It rolls fine. So I don't know why he didn't roll it to my truck the 100 feet, but he deadlifted this thing and threw it in the back of the truck. I had already unloaded the Murray. Then he says, you take this one. So of course I had to deadlift this one and carry it over, and I threw it on the tailgate. Told him to use non-ethanol. He didn't even start the machine. He threw it in the backyard, and I left. Beautiful Oneco, Florida, where the men are strong and handsome and the women are somewhat happy. So that's the deal. I probably got snookered. If I didn't have the bag on that Murray, I probably would have asked 130 to 140. So basically I took a trip in rush hour to get these two turds. So I don't think it was worth it to drive there, but it's too late now. The deal was done. So it's got rust here. Didn't see that. Missing the trap door. And then when I got here, I was looking at it. I said, what in the hell is this? So there's no safety brake cable. He's got it wired up with a zippy tie and some string. Snakey thinks it's a piece of shit from Lowe's, and I might have to agree. The only thing that's good on this is the engine. So let me start looking this piece of shit over. So sometimes you got to take a chance. I took a chance and probably got stung with a bumblebee. Okay. So what do we got? We got a blade that is flat. Is it bent? Something's off. I think the blade's bent. Yep, blade's bent, or the shaft is bent. So this thing is all rusted to hell, rear wheel drive. So if I can get the engine to do anything, that's the only worth. Oh, the axle here in the front's falling off. What do I get myself into? Oh, beautiful. the cleanest invisible filter you'll ever see. There's fuel in it. Let's check the oil. So I get there and the grass was freshly cut. I said, "Oh, you just cut the grass?" And he said, "Oh, we got a service. The lawn service was just here today." So maybe they don't want to pay the money. From what I talked to a couple of guys in the industry, $80 is about the minimum per month. And that's no extra work. That's no trimming, no edging. It's just cut and go. They jump on their zero turn. So I've been having people show up and they're complaining about their lawn service, that it's 2 weeks and you can't go 2 weeks in Florida without cutting it. So the deal is these guys are so swamped with all the rain we've had that they can't make it every week. It's every 2 weeks. And that just don't cut it. Okay, we got enough oil. This is the Troy-Bilt 12 Alpha Victor 834 Quebec 711, it looks like. Serial 1 Alpha 116 Kilo Alpha 0730. Troy-Bilt, beautiful Cleveland. Troy-Bilt with a Honda GCD. Use 1030, 18.5 ounce capacity. I've never seen that sticker before. So let me get behind it and just pull on it. I'm not going to open up the shitty fuel valve and complicate things. I'm just going to see what it'll do. We got to figure out how to kill it if it starts. I guess pull the plug wire. I don't know how he was stopping it. Maybe by fuel valve. Felt like it had compression. Recoil screwed up. It's not retracting all the way, and the automatic transmission cable is broken somewhere along the line, either up here or the cable's broken. So my thought was, if the Honda could do something for me, it would have been a worthwhile trip. Let me get a 10 and just oil up the recoil so we can try it. This hasn't been my best find. I guess strip parts off of this. I think we're right in between thunderstorms. I hear thunder to the north and I heard thunder to the south. So this thing is just rusty and dragging. Let me throw some oil on it. I just use used oil in my squirter. I just take the used oil from my oil changes. It's good enough for that. This is something Harvey the homeowner could do, just basic maintenance. Oil up the recoil so the spring doesn't rust and break. Then you're looking at a whole new assembly. Or rebuild it yourself with another spring, but people don't do that. It's just easier for them to buy this thing pre-roped. Okay, let's see what we can do. Feels like good compression. I'm gonna give it a shot of juice, nitro. Since I'm confident it's got compression, I think it's gonna kick off and stall force. 1. Okay, it did. So let's just take a 10. We're gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna take a 10, drop the bowl, and see if it's all cloudy and shitty. And then we'll go on to the power crap, 170cc. I didn't know I was going to spend this much time on the Honda, but that's fine. Looking for a little something to catch the gas. I probably could use this to do it. Let me reposition myself, not get in your way. So if this thing starts, I'll have to mark it. Mark it as clean carb. The problem is Hondas never shit out. I don't know if I've got a Honda in my stash with a bad engine. This is what happens. They rust out and the engine is fine. You know what I mean? Okay, I feel a little something. Oh, I see it now. It's coming out as milk. Okay, this is a pretty bad one. Holy shit. Water, milky water. There's probably gas there. And I don't know. It's grainy, but what is it? Looks like sheetrock. Well, it kicked off, so we know we need a carb clean. That's pretty raunchy. No wonder he couldn't get it to go. Okay, no sense in pursuing that. I'll mark it. That's awfully weird. I've never seen anything that resembles that. I'm gonna wipe my hands. I don't want any potential cancer causing agent. Let's move you over to the shit box. Okay, I dug up a couple of wheels. Just if we try to start it, I want to put the wheels on the back so I can tilt it backwards to try to start. I think it's, with deck down, it's probably too low to the ground. Okay, so I don't know if we can do anything. I was just going to check the oil, and the oil dipstick is gone. So, I'm trying to think if I got a Powersmart nearby. Well, that kind of stinks. Let me just try pulling it. Okay, it's locked up, and it's been raining. There's no cover, and I see moisture down there, so maybe it's got water in the cylinder. So that's clucky. That's terrible. What I see on these 170s is the coils. I never can get spark. The coils crap out. This is a 2020, May of 2020, Junior, February, March, April, May. They punched out the May letter, and it says 2020. Okay, let me move you, Clucky. We're going to turn this over and see if we can spin the blade. Maybe it's all that water right into the cylinder. Put a clamp on the bail bar. It's got a newer blade. Ugh. Might have been run without oil. I couldn't budge the blade. Let's see if my... Damn it, that's on there. Let's see if my theory's right about water. Why isn't this budging? Oh boy. What in the world? Let me grab some sockets and something to pop off that plug wire. Oh, look at all the water on the concrete when I just tipped it over. All the water poured out of the intake. Okay, how can we do this? Oh, finally. Torch. Of course it's a Torch brand. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. Let me grab another socket, because what I had there isn't working. Is it 13/16? It is 13/16. That's a big torch plug. Got some sort of side chute contraption thingy. Oh, the handles don't look too bad either. These thin piped handles, they end up splitting and breaking. So I think I got a couple that I can use. This handle, see? This is a shit design. This ends up snapping right there from flexing. but neither side is broken, so I can use this whole handle assembly on another shit box. Okay, so let me try pulling it now. Plugs out. Urgh. Oh, no. It's locked up tighter than Fort Knox. Oh, I just broke it free, whatever it was. Urgh. Here's some squealing. Yeah, this thing is so freaking hard to pull the blade. I think we're locked up. Yep, oil starvation is my educated guess. I kind of looked down the oil tube. I could see the bottom of the case. Oh, I don't think there's any oil in it. We're gonna try. I'm gonna get just any old container. I'm not worried about being clean. I just want to see if anything comes out. I'm gonna turn it over and see. You know what I mean, Vern? Yeah, I think somebody toasted this engine. All I got is 5 drops of water. There was no bone dry, so this machine's for parts. Well, that sucks. The friendly people of Oneco didn't have much for me. Right up there, it's just water that came out. Oh boy. You got to try. Sometimes it's a failure. Today happened to be a double failure. Frozen up shit box and a rusted out deck with a Honda that's probably salvageable with an ultrasonic cleaner on the carb. I could probably get rid of all that white crap. This Troy-Bilt frame is going to the scrap yard. The GCV 160 I can probably save, but like I said, hardly ever have an engine on a Honda that craps out or blows up. It's always the deck it's sitting on. Okay, that's all I got. 2 failures. 2020 crap box, couldn't even make it. 4 years, and I don't know what year the Honda is. I'd have to run the model number to try to figure it out. Yeah, sorry. The only thing I see is service advantage at Lowe's. Call 1-800. Too bad. Maybe the wheels, if the teeth on the rear wheel drive are good, that would be something I would save on this. But there's something going on here. The whole bracket here is missing on this side. Okay. I can't show you anything else other than to say it was not a good trade on my part. There's no easy money here. And the chicks aren't for free. You guys have a good day. Tip your waitress and wait staff. Adios, amigos.